Alright, we're up at Field 4 with a bunch of equipment doing prep work to start working on the Hobbs Farm map. And we're quickly going to jump into the Fendt harvester and start harvesting this canola out. I got some things in mind for Field 4. But first we need to get the crop out of it. Could always use that extra money. Oh, this is barley. Interesting. We'll have some straw we can use. We're going to kind of chop this right hand portion off and put it on a worker. Let them harvest this out. A little bit foggy here this morning. I wonder if that's a common thing in this part of the country. Could be the time of year too. Now I did look at some used farm equipment websites on the internet. Wasn't sure about Fendt, but did find out that you can get Fendt brand equipment in America. At least there was some used stuff on the used farming equipment websites. Same thing with the Claas Jaguar forage harvesters. You can get those here. Now, I think it kind of depends on what part of the country you're in, whether you're going to see them very often. Someplace like Alabama, you might not find a Fendt and have a hard time getting parts for it. But up towards Minnesota, it seems like they have a lot of Fendt. Let's see how much turning space we have on the end here, whether we need to put a headlights. I think we might be okay. Well, it doesn't hurt to put one in for safety, especially when you've got a worker doing things. They sometimes get stuck a little bit. The AI on Farming Simulator. We're going to have to get a forage harvester down here, it looks like, to pull up all this straw. Oh. Some little high spot there on the left. Guess I should have drove around a little bit more. Check that out. I do like the little access road there by the cliffside. Alright, now we go on a worker. Alright, we're next to the switchback road that goes from the plateau down to the store. And there's this miscellaneous grass field here. Not terribly big, but there's some grass in it. And I've talked around, and it seems like the county owns it. Went over and talked to the county road department, and they can't seem to find anybody that wants to contract to keep that mowed. I thought, since we need grass quite badly on this map, that we take that over for the county and collect this grass up. What I have here is a New Holland T8 435. The mod maker is RN Technic Steinberger. And the skin on this is a little bit different than some of the other New Hollands I've used. Thought I'd give it a try. Seems like it's got a lot of horsepower to it. Better put our indicator lights, since we're going to be around the road here. Yeah, I kind of half mentioned there, we really need grass on this map if we're going to do animal work, because we need the grass to feed the animals, we need grass to make mixed ration, and grass is what I frequently use to put into the silage pits to make money. So we're going to try to store up some grass and then start using the rest in the silage pit. Now that's a pretty steep drop off. I'm not getting too close to the edge of the cliff there. We will come back and windrow it, collect it with a forage wagon. We're not going to bale it this time. I'm kind of liking our Claas rear mower. Seems to work pretty good. Had to stop and take a phone call there. First time I think anybody's called me while I was recording videos. This is pretty typical of the kind of prep work we do on a map. At least I do. Try to make sure different things work right. Get the initial crops out of there. Fields, so we can get what we want planted in there. Also gives us a chance to see if the tipping points and things are going to work, especially if we're using modded vehicles we don't normally use or are new to us. We get to see if they're going to work right, which they don't always. Already had one piece of equipment that didn't quite run right for us. We'll continue working on this field and come back when we got some other things to do to prep the Hobbs Farm for our series. Alright, we're going over to field 3 to plant some grass. We've got kind of a desperate need for the grass right now. So it seems like a good idea to plant this all in grass so we can have a big grass harvest at some point. We've got the Case 535, big horse seeder. Shouldn't take a worker too long to do this. Doesn't look like it's real happy to be doing this. We'll see how it carries on. We may have to put some other tractor on big horse seeder. Well, since that ended up being a barley harvest in field 4, we ended up with barley straw. And since we're pretty desperate for material to silage, we're collecting up all that straw as silage. And what we have here, front to back, is this is actually the Krone Easy Flow grass and straw collector header. And we have it on a 870 Claas Jaguar forage harvester. We have our coupling system. Lets us use any trailer we want on the forage harvester. And the Horsch chaser wagon. I thought I'd mention it early on in this series. Yeah, with forage harvesters, I use this coupling. It goes between the forage harvester and your trailers. Allows you to use almost any kind of trailer towed behind the forage harvester. I know normally that's a problem with forage harvesters based on the in-game Krone model. We'll start putting things together here. I did do a tutorial explaining a little bit more about that coupling, how to use it, what to use it on. If you look through my videos. And there we go. We'll show a little bit of our straw collecting. I imagine we're going to be doing a lot of it sooner or later in this map. Just trying to get field 4 cleaned out. So we can do a little work in here. So far, pretty much enjoying the Hobbs Farm. There's all the buildings on the plateau up there. Yeah, I'm starting to like using a chaser wagon behind the forage harvester. A little bit quicker emptying. Get us turned around here. And we're pretty close to getting this cleaned out. Doing our first full-length video. So that's collecting straw as chaff on the Hobbs Farm map. Alright, back in the New Holland T8. We've got the entire field of grass here that we're doing for the county. Mow, windrowed, we're ready to collect. We've got the Stroutman. I think it's a Terabates. Yes, pickup wagon. We'll just be collecting our grass haul here from this field. And as good as this tractor has been working so far, it may not be long till it gets promoted to frontline service, let's say, up on the main farm. It was kind of a choice between the New Holland and an interesting case tractor. to use for the grass work. We make a little money here soon. May be able to afford to have both. We'll use the New Holland to do seeding, cultivating maybe. Have a little view of the shop while we're driving around. What are we going to do to end our prep video? We have completed all of our barley harvest and straw collecting down here in Field 4. We've got it loaded to the Australian road train trailers, and it's being towed by the Western Star truck. And I think the finale is going to be trying to drive 595,000 liters up the logging road back to the main farm. We'll see if we can get enough momentum up to get it up the hill. Might be interesting to do this in cab. Of course, there are some hairpin turns. We may not want to do it in cab. It's pretty tight up there for something this big. This might be a huge mistake, but we'll see. It was a little rough up here. Ooh. 3 miles per hour. No, it's not gonna make it. And it's sliding back downhill. Well. I don't suppose there's a runaway turnoff back down there either. We'll figure something out. Well, the figure something out rapidly became let the truck run backwards downhill until it jackknifes. Well, we're here at the gas station at the top of the hill. I walked up here so I can make a phone call to the tow truck, come help us with the jackknifed semi-truck that we've got down there. While I'm waiting, I'm having a little coffee, talking to the local people, seeing who owns what land around here that we can go talk to, a couple of fields that we might be interested in. As far as the map, only found a couple of modded vehicles and trailers that didn't quite work right. But going to the mod sites, found that there were updated versions that worked fine. You can't just really download a mod once and keep it for a long time and expect that that's the most current version. Always helps to see if there's maybe an update on modded vehicles and trailers and things. But yeah, we're pretty close to starting here on Hobbs Farm. Done a few things to get ready, and we'll start the series pretty soon.